Food poisoning.
Oh no.
It's gonna take us to the main screen, so we start right off the bat then.
Yeah. I wanted to join a little earlier. Dez isn't here. This is Dez series. Do we want to go on a scheduled?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Well, I didn't mean can. I meant, do we want to shift, like a last minute shift, real quick?
But the question is to what?
I had a couple of ideas if people wanted to. Well, I was thinking of still do the podcast episode, but like we got like animes that are running this season that we could, like, we kind of hinted that maybe we want to talk about a handful of animes. This could be a good time to test that out if we wanted to. Since Dez isn't here to cover this series, we could look at the anime from this season and go over if it's something that we would be interested in or something. I don't know. It was just a last minute thing since Dez couldn't be here.
God damn it, Jinx! You know we work every Sunday. I mean, good on him. He's treating her to a surprise date and all. But fuck, you would think he would at least tell us so we knew. Like, brother, please.
It depends on how far in advance he knew about this surprise.
Next you know, he just thought of it yesterday.
Yeah, maybe he got an extra day off work that he didn't know he was going to get. Who knows?
Yeah, I can't. There's no blame to go around. It's shit.
Also, this was the first time I watched an anime that wasn't in English. My God.
Hello, Ripperoni Pepperoo. Thank you so much for the follow yesterday. Welcome. Nixie says she will be here. She's just gonna be late because she was dropping off food. Just right?
Yeah, to Idle.
There you go. So let's just. Nice to meet everyone. Yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
What? Nova, did you watch last week? Did you watch any of the episodes for last week's anime?
I did not. I was out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere last weekend. I didn't even have cell reception.
Alright, so
Let
me do a nice little intro for anyone new in the chat. Welcome everybody. We are back for episode 11, the official episode 11 of UwU Jump. Now, you're gonna see that we're a little disjointed. As this week's podcast episode, we were going to be talking about, or I don't know if we still are. I guess we'll wait for Nixie to if she wants to throw her 2 cents into this, what direction we go for today. But it was for chilling in my 30s after being fired from the Demon King / Demon Lord's army. I forgot if it's King or Lord.
It's being fired from the Demon Lord's army.
There you go, Demon Lord. But our wonderful member Desiree Lovely, who is the one that recommended this week's anime, is not here. And the reason for that is that her husband Jinx ended up scheduling a surprise date at the time we start.
Also, hi, Rue.
I got a fun way I can kick this off with something that doesn't have to do with the anime.
What's up?
No, but you weren't here last week, but Zelo got a girlfriend and he didn't tell us all, and that's why he was missing for
Hey, you shut up.
Zelo's got a girlfriend.
I had to do it again.
You didn't have to. You could have just. Let bygones be bygones.
I can't. I can't let this slide. Fuck, I just had to do it to you. It was Friday. Nixie, Des, and I ended up joking that you going to hang out with the boys was code word for you to go hang out with your girl. We were just.
No, actually, that was me hanging out with the boys.
Friday stream was fucking wild because all of us were drinking while we were playing Fortnite.
I actually got back and I saw you guys were still on, and I was like, shit, it's only like 10 o'clock. Like, I could jump in with them. And then I was sitting here and I had jokes running through my mind, and I was like, yeah, I'm drunk. I probably shouldn't jump into that. I was like, these jokes won't fly. Not that they were like super bad or anything, just they're one of those things that go like, holy fucking shit.
I started off the talks with asking Nixie how she was feeling after seeing that meme
on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky, yeah.
Also, right. what are we calling it with Blue Sky? Because like with Twitter, it was tweeting, and then Elon tried to make it zeeting a thing. On Blue Sky, what is it? Is it skying? Is it bluing?
I'm still calling it a tweet. I don't give a fuck.
It's not a tweet though. It's not a bird. It's a butterfly.
I'm stealing that shit.
Are we flying? Is that what it is?
Can we call it airmailing?
You know what? I would be down.
That actually makes the most sense, calling it airmail.
Blue Sky, airmail. I mean,
Dilo, did you see that tweet that caught Nova and Nixie off guard?
I have not.
It was so.
The best way to start off.
Oh, the curse. Is the curse.
It's one of them SpongeBob memes.
Oh God.
Oh jeez. No, because you sent me those shits, and I don't even want to know. You sent me that shit. I don't know. No.
Which one did I unleash the curse meme on?
Don't.
It was amazing. I might as well share for the class. So basically, my tweet was a SpongeBob meme. But SpongeBob, when he's getting the back of his head grabbed by Mr. Krabs, and the text to this meme is when he gets home and grabs the back of your scalp and decides, and he's gonna destroy your chocolate starfish. Verbatim. That's not even all of the perfect words. It's quite genuinely just what the message is.
Can we bonk? Do we have a bonk function?
No, I think Zilo and I have bonk emotes for the Discord.
Yeah, we have bonk emotes somewhere. I think all we have is the hype emote uploaded right now.
I want to bonk you, Draco. I want to bonk.
Oh, here we go. I got you. Damn.
There we go.
The first tweet for the UwU's Blue Sky account, because I've been allowed to have control.
Went full degenerate for the first post.
Zilo, take it away from him. Zilo, take it away from him.
Well, the issue is
it's
in his Project UwU Gmail account, so even if I tried to change the password, I wouldn't be able to access.
Oh, it's the first tweet from my Draco Storm account.
The crazy thing is Draco like puts his stuff up and he has these really easy passwords to remember, and mine are like, my passwords come out to like random numbers, letters, and maybe one or two special symbols.
Yep.
I can't with
I have
grabs your scalp ready to turn your chocolate starfish into mush.
For SpongeBob memes, can we call it their Patrick Starfish? I'm just saying, that'd be funny.
About anime.
Oh, okay. So, just because no one else is here yet, you guys want to hear a review of the G Fuel treasure chest of One Piece flavors?
Yes, I would love to.
All right. So, for the first one, Nico Robin. Absolute best flavor. And now that I'm sitting here doing the review, I can't remember what the fucking flavor was. I know that Brock's, she had the best flavor. Brock's was a
Brock? Who the fuck is Brock? You mean the homie Brooke?
Brooke. That's what I meant to say. Just leave me alone.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Roll with Brooke. That's sad because actually the only hoodie I have for One Piece is his hoodie. Because as soon as he came in, I bought a hoodie for him because I was like, damn, I already love his character. But he has a like dragon fruit strawberry kiwi, I think is what it was, or pineapple kiwi or something like that. And that one was very good. That was the first one I tried. Little on the sour side. I tried Nico's second. Absolutely phenomenal. Like, that flavor is the best. I hope they bring out full tubs of it because these are just like sample jars. Like, I bought a 4-pack of sample jars basically. They're a lot smaller than the normal serving sizes.
Okay, so Robin's is orange, pineapple, melon.
Yes.
That sounds like such a good combination.
Oh, it's so good together. It's the perfect flavor in my opinion. It's not too sour, not too sweet. It's right up the middle. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Brooks
third
is
place,
peach, kiwi, dragon fruit.
It's peach, kiwi, dragon fruit. Okay, yeah, his is my second favorite. Very, very good. For Luffy, he gets third.
It's lemon ice.
Yeah, it's minty lemon. It's minty lemonade.
Huh. Interesting.
It's not bad, but I've never had lemonade and been like, I want some mint in this. Just a preference. It was the last one I tried because it was the only one that wasn't like a weird flavor to me. It's all right. It's pretty good. I think it would have been better just as regular lemonade. And then Choppers is my least favorite. It's cotton candy. I don't like cotton candy. This isn't bad, but it's very sweet. Like, it's too sweet.
It's not
Yeah. This is for somebody who enjoys, like, punch in the gut sweetness. Yeah.
So okay, good. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll get the Chopper one.
If you like really, really sweet stuff, Chopper one's the way to go. I am not a very super sweet person. So, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Not bad, not great. But yeah, I got that. I didn't even know it was coming in. I got a message that said, hey, your item has shipped, and it showed up the same day that I got the notification that it shipped.
Good stuff.
So
I forgot to send you the ship email.
I don't know.
Got there that same day.
But yeah, it showed up on Saturday, and I tried all the flavors, and they were pretty good. I just thought that kind of cool to talk about because I know I mentioned it on here when I first bought it.
Nice.
Like 2 months ago.
What are some recent animes that you guys have watched recently? Like, aside from the homework, aside from Project UwU, what's the stuff y'all have been getting up to lately?
Don't know how it happened, but I got really into watching that, the one where it's like, oh, we all went to an all-guys mixer. And it's pretty much a story of 3 guys going to a mixer, meeting someone who then introduces her friends, who are also females, but they dress up as males for their job, like their part-time job.
Okay.
And each guy pretty much gets paired off with each girl, and they all have their fun moments.
That sounds wholesome.
It really is. I feel like y'all would like that one.
Nice. And how did you come upon this anime? Le TikTok. Zilo, what have you been watching?
So there are only 2 episodes of it out right now. A terrified teacher at ghoul school.
I've not heard of this one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll actually just read the introduction to the anime.
Okay.
Haruaki Abe is happy to finally fulfill his dream of becoming a teacher. That happiness is short-lived after he arrives at Hayaki Academy and finds out the school is full of monsters. Can Abe overcome his cowardice and get his supernatural students under control? Join the timid teacher and his bizarre class for a tale of ghoulish mischief and paranormal education. Now, there is a very distinct reason this one stuck out to me, and it goes back to my childhood, because there was a movie that I used to watch religiously. Like, it was my go-to nighttime movie for the longest time. Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yep.
Scooby-Doo and the
Yep.
Ghoul School.
And it gave me vibes of Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, because obviously Shaggy and Scooby are very scaredy cat characters who end up becoming gym or coaches for the volleyball team of an all-monster school. And it very much gave me that vibe. So I sat down and I watched the first episode of it. And it actually was pretty good. It's a very laid-back, easy watch. Not too much going on. Of course, like I said, there's only 2 episodes, and I haven't looked into a manga or a light novel series if there is one for it.
I've been getting back into reading My Dress Up Darling, Omi-san Can't Communicate, and Welcome to Demon High School.
Hi, Nixie.
Sorry.
Okay, have you... I know you said you got back into reading it, but have you seen the newest chapter?
Or which of the ones that I am now?
My Dress Up Darling. Sorry, I forgot you named like 3.
Yes, I saw that.
It got ruined for me on Twitter.
I saw some images off of TikTok. I don't think I made it through unspoiled. But when I got to read it, I was just like, oh, they're finally, fucking finally.
Yeah.
It
was one of those things, dude. The artist and the writer, like, definitely knew the boundaries, and they kept pushing it. Like, how long can I drag this out? And then when it got to the point where they couldn't drag it out any longer, they pulled the trigger. They did really well at writing that arc, in my opinion.
At that moment, I legit thought, oh no, their misunderstanding is really about to break up the friendship.
I did too. I didn't think he was gonna have the balls.
He finally did it.
And he did it. And you know what? It was fucking beautiful, and it was everything it needed to be for that scene between those two.
I just love everything afterwards. She just does not want to let him go.
She pins him to the fucking floor.
I was dying though in the recent chapter because he's like, yeah, I gotta go home because I didn't tell Grandpa where I was going, and the little chibi art of her being angry as she has to let him go, and then when he tries to leave, she even says bye bye to him, and she still tries to follow him home. He even has to be like, why are you following me? You just said bye bye. Please just go home for now. And she's still all mad. It's just like, this is what everybody was waiting for.
It was perfect.
That and the way the grandpa was like, wait, you two weren't already dating?
And again, going back to the author dragging that out as long as they did, that payoff had to be big, and it was everything it needed to be. The cuteness, the fact that she didn't want to say goodbye. She said goodbye, but she didn't want to, and she didn't mean it. Like, it was,
she was ready
just as cute and wholesome as it had to be.
I just laughed at the whole thing that Gramps thought they were already dating, yet they still hadn't figured out the for each other.
Gramps knew what was up, dude.
So
like, you brought the light back into my grandchild's eye. Welcome to the family.
So Nixie, Dez isn't going to be here today because Jinx did the MVP thing and took his wife out for a surprise date night this evening. So very yay for her, very cute. However, we are a little bit at a loss at the moment as to what to do. So we just keep going on our conversation like this and just keep talking about anime in general and seasonal animes and stuff like that. Or we can move ahead with chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon Lord's army. What do you think we should do?
Oh no. God, I'm so indecisive.
As you can hear from our conversation, we're already heading one way, so don't feel too bad.
Yeah,
we just wanted to get everyone's voices in. If you wanted to still talk about it, if not, we can push it for a different episode when Des is here.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't like an anime that you were like, holy shit, I really love this.
No, I mean, like, I did enjoy it more than I thought I would, but I am happy to wait for Des to come back since she was the one who suggested it. And I'm happy to talk about seasonal anime, though the only thing I've watched this season has been episode 1 of Dan Da Dan, and that's it.
Yeah, I when I pitched the idea for the seasonal anime, I felt more like going through reading the what the anime is about and everything, and maybe getting people's takes on it if it's something they'd be interested in. Or I realize that all of us are kind of especially doing this podcast, that we have to.
Oh yeah, those nostrils.
Thank you for the question. So Kai asked us if it could be done well, which anime would you want
Can we just like embarrass this fucking
Ooh.
Blue Lock. Hands down, Blue Lock.
In your nose. Ooh, dude.
Honestly, considering it's
Yeah, you know what they say about
It's based off of it's based off of like real soccer, so I feel like it'd be pretty easy to get a good live action out of it, and like might get more people interested in it. Also, just the concept is insane. It's Hunger Games soccer.
not only would I want Blue Lock, but I would love, as a joke, if they brought some professional players in that are obviously so much older than the cast, and we just ignore this entire fact the whole time.
Well, they do like mention like Messi and Beckham, and so like they very easily could bring in professional soccer players that are a little bit past their prime maybe, and have them
This is so
like
chaotic!
featured.
This is
I don't know. I feel like it would just be like a good choice. If I had to choose like a non-realistic anime, maybe Angel Beats. I was gonna say Naruto, but I feel like Naruto would, unless they cut out all the filler in Naruto. But I feel like Angel Beats though would slap as a live action.
Yeah. My pick would be Maid Sama, for a great comedy drama
Little drama
show, live action.
Oh, that one with the student council president that works at a maid cafe?
That is absolutely one of my favorite anime ever, and yes.
I'm having a hard time picking over here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like racking my brain with all of the different animes that I've watched this far, and I'm like, this is an anime that could be very well done in live action. This is another one that could be really well done in live action, but like those ones are all slice of life ones, which I feel is a little bit of a cop-out answer kind of thing. Like, for example, like Blue Period, that anime that I told you guys about where the high school kid discovers art for the first time and all of that stuff. Like, that could definitely very easily be very well done in live action. But like, again, that's, it's a slice of life.
Right.
So under the condition that it could be done well, that's a toughie. You know what, actually? That time I got reincarnated as a slime, that would slap as a live action if it could be done well.
Yes. Oh. That would absolutely be a great one.
Funny enough, hubby and I have gotten ourselves completely caught up with slime. And while we were watching it, we were having this discussion, and slime feels almost like a sort of Game of Thrones in a way, because you've got all of these different kingdoms vying for different positions, and you've got political strategies going on, and trade and political alliances and all of that happening. So it's like Game of Thrones, more fantasy, less raunchy, and I love it, and I would love to see that be done in live action.
That I could agree on. If I had to pick one, I honestly think I would either like a very easy cop out one would be I Shall 21 because it is also a sports anime based off of American football.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But if I had to pick a different one, I feel like Air Gear would be interesting to see live action of. Not Air. Is it Air Gear? Yeah, it is. God, I'm mixing up names now.
Food Wars.
Sure. Oh my god! But how would they censor that?
Ooh.
Air Gear. Air Gear would be amazing because it is a world where basically there are teams, like full-blown teams created because they made automatic skates that can hit the high speeds of like hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the style of skate you build, you split off into like these 8 set roads of fire, wind, thorns, fang, gem. I think it's actually only 5 or 6 roads. I think it's 5 because I can't remember the rest. But no, like there's Rising Road, which is like thunder. I think it's 6 or 7 forms, but it's also unique and entertaining to watch. Now, we got another question we asked.
We do.
Are there any older anime that you would love a remaster of / updated drawing and art?
Let's start with Nixie on this one.
Okay, so I probably speak for Des on this too. Inuyasha.
Yes.
I'm a big Inuyasha fan. We don't talk about Yashahime. That doesn't exist. But
Sadly, it does.
Like, no, it doesn't. I don't know what it is. I refuse to acknowledge it, just like I refuse to acknowledge Boruto. But if they could like go back, because the last season of Inuyasha they did like 7 or 8 years after the second to last season aired. But if they could go back and like just redo the whole series again, take out some filler, but like and update the animation quality, because it is the best light shonen shoujo I've ever seen. It has a lot of heart to it, and I don't think a lot of people watch it because it's older, and it also again suffers a lot of filler. But Inuyasha.
Real quick, we're gonna go one by one, because I guess one of us sounds a little quieter than the others. I'm pretty sure it's me, but let's go Nova, Nixie, Zelo, then me, to see which one's sounding a little too quiet. So, Nova, you go first.
Hello, my name is Nova. Nice to meet you.
Alright, Nixie.
Hello, I am Nixie. I'm here.
Zelo.
Hello, I'm Zelo.
And then there's me, so... Okay, so Nova sounds good, Nixie sounds good. One day I'll get the sounds for everybody down.
Me is a little low.
Me is a little low.
Draco.
I don't know how to fix this issue. I honestly don't.
Draco, you might have to like almost mouth fuck your mic. I don't know.
Let me see. Do I have too many filters on this? I don't know.
You might.
You might, yeah.
Did you, on your guys' Friday stream, did you happen to mess with your mic a little bit?
I tried.
Will allow deep throat.
I allowed it.
Does this sound better?
So thanks. So we assume? Maybe yes?
I No.
I think it was a thanks for allowing them to say throat that much.
Hopefully this works.
Difference is noticeable.
Okay, I'm assuming
so-
that difference is good. Alright. So Nixie just went for Inuyasha, so
Yeah.
who wants to go next?
We just go down the line. I'll go.
Yeah.
So for me, again, Inuyasha is also one of my favorite anime. I absolutely agree. I think the sword fighting would be absolutely incredible if done right. Like it would be so fucking good to see some of that live action with like actual people who knew how to use swords. God, outside of that one though, I don't know any that I would want. I don't know.
I'm only saying this because I have been so spoiled lately by Toei and the One Piece anime. If you know, you know.
Did you watch the fan letter one that just dropped?
It dropped? It's here? I thought that wasn't until October 27th.
I have no clue. Everyone's saying they've already seen fan letter. So it sounds like it just dropped.
I've seen trailers. If it's dropped, I'll watch it later. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I have to wait for hubby. Shit. And he just fucking left, too. God damn it. No, I haven't seen it yet, but the anime has been a treat for the eyes. It has been so beautiful. People have been saying that it's over animated. Those people are categorically wrong.
Just can't win with them.
No, because like honestly, like 5 years ago, when we were at like fucking Dressrosa, everyone was like, "Oh, this is so poorly animated," and now we're at Egghead, and it's the most beautiful shit you've ever fucking seen, and now it's over animated. Well, just can't win with them. But yeah.
Pick a struggle. Which is it, under or over?
But yeah, I'm only saying this because I have been so spoiled by One Piece lately, but I would love to see a Naruto remaster.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Naruto does look great. It has its style, the animation is good, like, especially when you're talking about, like, fight scenes, like Kakashi versus Obito, the choreography is fucking beautiful. That being said, it looks like a product of time. The colors aren't necessarily as crisp. I feel like everything's really muted. And some of the time to time and like day-to-day animations could be done a little bit better. But again, it's a product of its time, and I would love to see such a historic anime like Naruto be given the One Piece Egghead Island treatment. I would fucking love that. I feel like it would benefit quite a bit from it.
No, I agree. I know they've done episodes here and there where they've reanimated them, especially with the because like when you go from regular Naruto to Shippuden, there's a quality shift there. But also like later Naruto Shippuden, very different from early Naruto Shippuden, and then like I also just feel like we deserve Naruto to not be a square anymore. There's to go rectangular.
The most reanimated thing from the first half of Naruto is the final fight with Sasuke.
Yeah.
I feel like that's been reanimated multiple times over, but
they did that. They've reanimated a couple of the Itachi fights. And some of the Sasuke's older brother.
It's because it is Itachi.
Oh, because it is Itachi. Sorry.
He's their poster child.
Like, yeah.
Look, Itachi is great though. You can't tell me that Itachi isn't a sight for sore eyes.
Also, probably like best character in Naruto overall.
Yep. Yep.
I can give them that for the best character, though I also feel like it felt like his character slightly shifted. I don't know. I would have been happier if he was still just... I feel like this is just something I find as a complaint for most of Shippuden. None of the villains got to stay as, like, villains at the end of it at all. Way too many of them right at the last bit after interacting with Naruto kind of just flip their switch.
Well, yeah, that's the talk no jutsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my whole thing is like, especially for the character of Obito, you were already right there. You transform into this Otsutsuki form and all that, and you let the kid talk no jutsu the shit out of you. You wasted decades, man. You wasted decades to let a kid not even half your age somehow talk you out of your plan. Like, really?
But he's the main character.
Yeah, like, I sort of get Pain's. That one made the most sense because they had the same teacher and everything. But I don't know. I guess I just wish more Naruto villains stuck to their guns by the end of it.
No, I can understand that.
I just didn't like everyone getting their sympathetic type of thing, because, like, no, you need some that are just outright assholes.
Well, we get that with Madara, though. Like, Madara...
No, even at the end, he's apologizing as he's dying. He gets his little moment with Hashirama.
That's true. But I suppose
and they try to make it sound so sympathetic. It's like, here's my thing. Madara, for as cool as he is the biggest bitch of Naruto. He got everything he wanted at one point. But just because he wasn't in charge of it, and he let this little shadow fuck get in his ear, he threw it all away. Him and Hashirama shared the dream of making a ninja village for everybody. It took a while, his brother died, but they still managed to do it. And guess what? He wasn't picked for Hokage, because even the Uchiha themselves didn't vibe with him to see him as a leader like that. And he got butthurt over it. I'm like, come on. You still got your dream in the end, man.
Is this the point where I have to admit I never finished Shippuden?
I don't judge you.
It's been so long since I've watched Naruto, I don't know that I can actually talk about anything Naruto related.
So in my defense, I was in middle school. Naruto was the first anime I ever watched where I knew it was an anime, and at one point I got caught up to all of the anime release in Shippuden. So then I started reading the manga, got caught up on the manga to where it was, which was in the middle of the Great Ninja War, and then got very frustrated very quickly because half of each chapter was like a slight recap of the previous chapter.
Yeah,
and then, like, continuing on, and most of those fights in the Great Ninja War, from what I remember, were like, look, it's this villain that you're getting introduced to, who you briefly saw. Now here's their entire backstory, because they're about to die. And
that's what I'm saying. Every character still got, like, a weird backstory near the end. And they were all... They tried so hard to make each one sympathetic.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Just let me hate them to the end.
Yeah, I couldn't... That's why I stopped reading, was because I did not care about any of these characters that were dying. And they're trying to make me care, and by trying to make me care, I care less. The impact of the death was nothing to me emotionally, personally. So I didn't ever actually finish Shippuden. I just know what happened.
You know what? That's totally fair. But Draco,
they could have ended Shippuden after the Pain arc, and I would have been happy.
On the note of let me hate them, I rebutted that with the discussion that Naruto has with Pain, where in the end, Naruto still hates Pain, like it, not to a dangerous, violent degree at the very least. Like, he doesn't like Pain as an individual at all. However, he does reconcile with Pain and brings himself to a place where he can empathize with Pain in order to break the cycle of violence and hate.
Yes.
So
but
you're
here's my thing.
still allowed
for
to
Pain,
not like the villains, but the moral
For
at the
the
end
whole
of the
Pain
story
thing,
is to
though-
reconcile.
Yeah, but the whole thing with Pain, it felt more so natural, especially because they shared a teacher. Obviously, the same things are sort of gonna rub off, even if it eventually you fall off the path that Jiraiya was trying to take him down.
Mhm.
It made more sense to where they could sort of reconnect and make that bridge. So many of these other characters Naruto ends up running into, and if he was the one involved in the war arc specifically, I just could not give a shit. I didn't know how the hell I was supposed to allow this Naruto shit to connect with the others. Like, Sasuke makes sense. They've had this whole beef, rivalry, to friendship shit from beginning to end. Pain, he was a student of Jiraiya himself. He'll know, he probably got taught some of the same ideas and stuff and mindset that Naruto caught.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck do I care for these other ones, though? Obito, you never even knew he was Obito. You know nothing of Obito. Like, it makes sense more when Kakashi sorta got... If Kakashi did it, it would have made a bit more sense, but it was Naruto.
Rico, let's be real here. Naruto doesn't make any fucking sense, because why does the third Hokage let Naruto live in fucking poverty?
Oh, trust me, I've had that conversation.
I think
with
we've
my
had
friend,
it before,
who is the
but like...
biggest Naruto nerd. Oh my god, he and I go on for hours about how much we absolutely despise how the third Hokage ran shit.
We definitely have had this convo before. I'm just saying,
yeah.
like, Naruto off the bat does not make any sense once we find, like, when you realize, oh, he's the fourth Hokage's son, the third knows that, and then you watch him be universally hated and, like, get real fucked up early on. And then, like, so him having talk no jutsu
Barely
and, like...
gave him rent money.
Yeah, like, him having talk no jutsu, I'm okay with. It gets frustrating when it was repeated so quickly in such a short span of time for that arc. But, like, overall, I don't really mind when he does it to the villains. It gets them to flip. It just, like, I agree at the end. They should have made us try to not care so much about all of the villains. But, like Nova said, it is
Honestly,
everybody has a little bit of good in them.
Honestly, there's just so many things of Naruto that I go back to look at it now. I'm like, God, I feel like the concept of ninjas really did hold this together.
I would love to see you have a conversation with hubby about Naruto, just because he absolutely
I'm such a hater.
fucking loves it. Like, hubby and I have watched like 3-hour video essays about the philosophies of Naruto. We have had 5-hour conversations that go deep into the fucking night. Like, it is absolutely adorable to watch hubby talk about Naruto.
Ugh.
But I would just love to see you two have a heated debate about it.
Next Sunday on UwU Jump.
Special guest star, hubby.
I guess I sort of sit there going, I got sick and tired of y'all trying to be sympathetic.
My biggest gripe with Naruto has always been the female representation. Fuck Sakura. There was so much potential and so much setup in the beginning for Sakura to be amazing.
Only to never get to do any of it.
And then Kishimoto just fucked it all up. Because he doesn't understand women, and I will point out to the masses, we have Kishimoto on record admitting to that shit, that he is not good at writing female characters. Okay? We haven't admitted.
Apparently for the movie where Naruto finally gets the hint that Hinata likes him, he genuinely had to go out and talk to a bunch of people that would write romance novels just so he could get that topic down right.
I thought you were gonna say he had to go out and talk to a bunch of women.
The man is married. It'd be a weird. He'd have to just talk to his wife for the most part. But no, like he actually went to talk to like people that would write romance novels just so he didn't fuck that up. And it's just like, thank you. At least you took this one seriously enough,
right?
To go do research.
Yeah, I think the best female character was probably Tamari, and we don't get a lot of her, but she probably was the best written one.
I would say, like, in terms of, like, actually well-written female characters in Naruto, it goes Tamari and, surprisingly enough, Tsunade. I think Tsunade is a well-written female character.
It sucks that in Shippuden she really did just fall into the background. She got a lot of her moments still across, but after like her arc in when Naruto and Jiraiya went to I've been chugging water and I just had a bunch of soda. Something's about to leave, but
okay,
but
something's about to leave.
It's a burp or it's a fart. It's one of two. I prefer it to be a burp.
Better out than in, as Shrek always says.
There you go. But with how much of a badass she was just in that one arc where it was her and Jiraiya versus Orochimaru, it sucks that she sort of got stuck to the Hokage office.
Yeah.
But at least they still gave her moments from time to time.
They gave her moments to shine, definitely.
She was always up to bat for Naruto.
Yeah, she was. But I don't necessarily disagree with the decision to relegate her to the Hokage office, just because it is nice to see that it is possible, at least in the land of the Hidden Leaf Village, they are open to the idea of having a female Hokage. And that it does recognize her a little bit, kind of thing.
Because she was the only female Hokage so far.
Not only female. They had the other one, the girl in the blue dress.
Yes, but Hokage.
Hokage.
She was the Kage for the Hidden Mist, or...
Yeah.
So, well, out of the Hokage, she's the only female Hokage that we've gotten.
You know what? I'm gonna say another Naruto hot take in that Ino was better written than Sakura.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that feels weird how her relationship with Sai happened? I was just like...
It's better than Sakura's relationship with Sasuke.
Yep.
Honestly, I can't even deny.
I stand by this, and I genuinely think if Naruto was not, like, the cover of Shonen Jump for so long, like, Sasuke and Naruto would have ended up together, because it's, like, they literally... Like, and this is, one, because he can't write female characters for shit, but then two, like, there's nothing that says I love you more than, like, refusing to give up on letting your boyfriend leave the village for forever, right? Like,
yeah,
it's hilarious because it started off as a promise to Sakura, but just eventually he was just running. He took that shit over.
It wasn't even just. Well, it wasn't even just a promise to Sakura. It was that he, like, promised himself as well, because he was like, not only am I promising Sakura, but that's my best friend. I can't let my best friend leave. He's the only one in this village who fucking recognizes me.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say this now that it's brought up.
And they
Am I the only one that sort of... twice, technically.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure one was filler. But am I the only one that was sort of confused by all of this? Him and Sasuke having this deep connection, being always hitting a flashback in Shippuden. But then we get more flashbacks showing that Naruto had a better friendship with Shikamaru and Choji.
I
see where you're coming from. It's Shikamaru always recognized and his ability when Naruto wasn't, like, being silly and pranking people. So I think, like, that was clear. It's just like Shikamaru and is too lazy to really be vocal about anything.
Yeah.
And then
I don't necessarily, like... The thing is, the connection between Naruto and Sasuke, it
feels retcon to me.
It doesn't feel retcon to me, though. It's a different kind of connection than his friendship with Shikamaru. His friendship with Shikamaru for a long time was, in my opinion, very surface level. However, if you look at Naruto and Sasuke, there's a lot of parallels between their lives. So there's a lot of places for them to connect emotionally and have to recognize each other, like intellectually and skillfully. It's just, it doesn't feel retcon to me just because of the fact that there is so many innate connections between the two boys, even if they haven't always been like friends or buddies, they have been connected.
I would also say, like, I think the bridge builder arc is the biggest point for their connection, where it kind of turns from surface level to something deeper. Because when Sasuke defends Naruto, and then that's also the first time that Team 7 sees the Nine-Tailed Fox come out of Naruto a little bit as well. So I think that's when it all kind of clicks in place for Sasuke, because I think he's the only one who saw it clearly. I don't think I'm trying to remember. Jesus Christ, this is like 12 years ago. I don't think Sakura saw it that well. Obviously Kakashi knew, but like I think Sasuke seeing like, oh, he has the demon fox in him because the children weren't allowed to know in the village. And, like, that's why Naruto's an outcast. And
I could have sworn Sasuke was already unconscious by that point.
I thought he saw it as he passed out. I could be wrong. I would have to go back to see, but all I know is he was already... Naruto already thought he was dead at that point. Yeah, either way,
again, he lost his shit for his boyfriend.
Yeah, I just think, like, though Sasuke...
Hello, Van.
Defending Naruto on the bridge, hi Van, is kind of the catalyst to them having a deeper relationship of something a little bit more than rivals.
I would agree. That's what the thing. I would like if that was the sort of focus on when their point of connection was, not this random them walking past each other at a playground and Sasuke going out into like a forest while Naruto still walks off looking back at him. Like those cheesy lover type story things.
Well, see, exactly. You said it, Draco. Point made. They are destined. They are star-crossed lovers.
But yeah, like I guess that. You pointing that out, is that the biggest thing for their friendship? It just feels weird that that's not the moment that they talk more about, just because the way it was built up at the beginning is that they barely interacted with each other, and Naruto was just jealous of the dude for all the attention he got.
Genuinely think they forgot about the bridge builder arc at some point in Naruto.
I think so too.
It feels like it. It just feels like there's this weird loss of connection.
I think they remembered the characters involved in the bridge builder arc, but like I feel like they forgot some of the more pivotal parts of the bridge builder arc that made it so important, and so then it's like, oh yeah, like no, it's the fight at the end when they, knock each other out in the water. That's the most important part of their relationship, and it's like, dog, no.
This is where it was started.
I like how we've been on like a 25-minute rant just about Naruto.
I like how it was genuinely just about which animes we wanted to get updated.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I Shield 21, but then I remember that the author for I Shield 21 with like the studio he either works for or built like he owns, they did like a small bit of like a teaser of it with updated animations and drawing. And I'm sad that nothing came out of that. But if I had to pick something else, what old show, like older anime that I can remember?
I got
one. You didn't say Ippo.
They said Ippo's second season. It is pretty up to date.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, if you just search up its imagings for the second season of Ippo, it is not that older style of animation. So it would be weird if they took a step back, if they ever bring it back. Probably like
Draco...
the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh. That's like the only other thing my brain can remember.
See, I was kind of thinking that one too. But there's one that I watched early on when I got into anime. That it's called Celestial Legend. It's from 2000. So it's like really outdated in terms of animation style now. I think
there you go. Van brought up a beautiful one, Kenichi. There you go. That Kenichi also has an older style of animation. I don't know why I forgot about that.
You know what? Let's also get High School of the Dead updated.
Oh my god. I don't think that one needs to be updated. I think we're good.
No!
The physics
What
are
you
great
mean?
in
That
that
animation is perfect.
No, that it needs updated animation as far as I need to see those ginormous motion physics in shinier graphics.
HD. Okay, I agree with you on that one.
I need it in 4K HD, not 1060. All right, like.
Might as well make it live action while we're at it.
For real.
Oh my god. How would you even do that?
I don't know.
I mean,
you find a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
When you got girlies like me out here with G-cups, surely somebody's out there in Japan too.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. But
just add a little bit more padding.
Just a little bit. Kai asked, Kiss, Mary, Void, One Piece Edition, Luffy,
Yes,
Zoro, Nami.
No! oh god. I think Mary Zoro is very easy for me. Kiss Nami? And then Luffy's just there, I guess. I don't want to kill him.
You gotta avoid Luffy.
I don't want to avoid him! Why can't I kiss both
avoid
Luffy and Nami?
That's a rough one.
I don't want to avoid anyone.
I'm going to have to go with... I'm gonna kiss Luffy, I'm gonna marry Nami, and then I'm gonna avoid Zoro.
No!
Look, out of those
How
options,
dare you.
Zoro is the most like, especially early in the series before his whole fight with Nige. He's the most like traditional, a little sexist. Yeah, no, I'm good. Like, for all of the wonderful beautifulness we have that is Zoro, on his very, very few flawed traits, I have to void him.
But he has the biggest titties of any human.
Yeah?
Yes.
The regular height.
Nova, we can fix him and still have the great titties.
Okay, but like Luffy stretches.
Shit, you right. He did confirm. Oda did confirm that his
Oda
dick can stretch as far as he wants it to.
Oh my god, Oda gets asked way too many dick-related questions.
It's just the fact that he answers them without fear, too.
Okay, no, the Luffy question, valid. The Buggy question, also valid. If he's allowed to pop off his dick and send it flying around, I feel like that is a valid question, and he did answer it, and it is yes.
Okay, but we also now have confirmation that both Jinbei and Arlong have 2 penises because they are sharks, and sharks have 2 penises.
What?
That's a noise.
I gotta go do some research. I'll be right back. Pulling up Google Images.
You gotta make sure your safe search is off.
That shit's never been turned on.
Google has a safe search function?
Yes.
I had to.
News to me. When this get put in?
This came out 7 years ago that they have 2 penises.
Oh.
This is not new.
This is not new.
Damn it, fan artist! Where is his dick?
His dick's up, Pearl.
Pearl.
There's no fan artist that has drawn an Arlong with 2 dicks. What the fuck?
You want Arlong and not Jimbei?
Oh, Jimbei is. Alright, I'll search him now.
Okay. Don't search
Jimbei
up
is a
anything
shame.
about him, just what he looks like.
Jimbei is
I'm
a
just
shame.
searching 2 dicks. Oh, there's rule 34 of him. Big blue man, yes?
Big
Yep.
blue man.
That's our,
But
that's our
they've
man, Jimbei.
only drawn him with 1 dick.
We gotta remember, not everybody pays attention to the SBS.
That's true, that's true.
Peace
Nixie's about to
fandom.
make an account just to start like advocating for
Alright.
artists to draw them.
That's it. I'm becoming a One Piece NSFW artist. I'm giving everybody
to
2
write these wrong.
I need to fix this for not my sake, but for the sake of Oda. Like, this is my tribute to him.
If you like where this discussion is going, join the podcast because they all go towards dicks.
They really
Oh yeah, a
do.
bunch of the
Like
equal
every
ones talking
episode
about
we have,
dicks.
a dick discussion happens.
This dick discussion was gonna happen this episode or not, just based off of chilling in my 30s and the main character being a giant pervert. Like,
Last week's we didn't talk much about dicks, but we did talk about thighs and titties.
We did? Oh, you
Yeah.
guys did. You guys did.
yeah,
Oh,
Draco
yeah.
wants to get smothered by some strong lady thighs.
Yeah, thick thighs save lives, and they can crack my skull open like a watermelon.
Yeah, this is soft.
Way to go.
Yeah, I clipped that and I uploaded it to the TikTok. So
Good.
Let's go. Now back to the
Wait, we
question.
have a TikTok?
yeah, I made
We
one
have-
a long ass time ago. I just
Yeah,
don't
we have a
upload to
TikTok.
it enough.
Christ. Alright. I'm gonna have to find. I need to finish drawing the things for our special stuff, and then I need to get on the 2 penis One Piece grind.
We all pay tribute to Oda in our own special way. I do so by spreading the word as much as possible. Nixie draws Jimbei penises.
Yeah, leave it to the asexual to draw the double penises.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
I'm just
thing.
here encouraging everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm an asexual
One
monster
Piece welcomes
fucker
all.
supporter.
Oh god.
Anyway, Draco, do you have a take on the Kiss Mary Void?
I don't know. It is very difficult because I feel like if I try to kiss Nami, she'd charge me for hundreds of millions of berries, and I'd be broke for life. But would I want to marry or avoid either Luffy or Zoro? Because they're the boys. Truly a
I wish
conundrum.
Nixie wouldn't have gone before me. That way it looked like she was copying me. Zoro's my favorite character, so obviously.
I'd get married to him just so we could get drunk on sake.
I want to motorboat that man so bad.
Probably get me into
But,
shit too. Holy shit.
He's
throwing houses
I'm
like the Hulk.
I'm marrying Zoro. I'm kissing Nami, and I'm voiding Luffy because that motherfucker can't die. No matter what situation he's in, you void him, he's coming back. It's all good. You
Oh
can't-
shit,
you
you're
come out
right.
with Gear
You're right.
Gonna come out with Gear fucking 6 at that rate.
I'll be honest, just like thinking about between like kissing Nami and kissing Luffy, I assume his lips are gonna feel like rubber. And I'm
Pretty sure Oda actually confirmed that. It
Yeah.
wouldn't taste like rubber.
I would prefer to kiss another girly pop. We got soft lips.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna give Zoro some fucking chapstick and fix that. I know that man has chapped lips.
Is there an anime character or even a series that you all think had potential to be great, but the creators missed the mark / opportunity?
This one, what did we talk? Well, fuck, what was it last week? Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting the anime I suggested. Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Got Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout. Great potential, really fucking fizzled out after like 3-4 episodes. Outside of that, I think just most isekais in general.
Honestly, I kind of have to agree on that front in terms of like the isekais, because the biggest disappointment for myself, at least, in terms of creators missing the mark / opportunity, it would be Sword Art Online. As much as I am somebody who does enjoy the anime, like I like it for what it is, especially Alicization, the most recent one that they did, it missed the mark. It missed every opportunity possible with that one, and it kind of just fell flat.
Oh, another one. Also, Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul started off really good, and then the last couple seasons were just not as good.
Unfortunately, Tokyo Ghoul went through the issue of, like, the anime going off on its own and then trying to come back and follow the manga, which created a weird, like, confusion to it.
To be fair, I watched it after I got my wisdom teeth pulled out, so I was high and, like, semi-conscious through the middle part of it.
Right.
So I think I missed out on most of the weird, confusing part, but, like, I just remember watching the last season being like, this is very different from season 1, and not in a bad way, but not in a good way either.
Which one would this be for me? Just because
I don't know.
Another one, in my opinion, is My Hero.
My Hero, for me, kept to its guns for the most part.
I will
if
say,
we're going based off of its anime, it seems rough, especially because the manga just has way more detail drawn into it, and that raised the expectations for the anime, unfortunately. Then, I feel like Blue Exorcist, but it also, unfortunately, goes through it only followed the manga up to here, and then sprang off to its own thing, so now season 2 onward just feels like a fucked up... It feels fucking confusing, because it doesn't fit into what we saw as the original ending.
I didn't finish Blue Exorcist, and for My Hero, I am currently watching the most recent season, but I agree and disagree with Nova on that one. I agree that it has missed the mark in several seasons and specific arcs, but I think overall it's doing okay. But, like, season 5, starting off with them doing the Class A, Class B fight, or Class 1A, Class
1A versus 1B.
1B, yeah, that was some fucking bullshit that went way too long. No offense to Class 1B, but I do not care. The only character I cared about that point for that arc was Midoriya, Bakugo, and Shinso. And outside of that, it could not give two shits.
Right. Which, like, what felt like bullshit in that fight to you, at least?
Well, I just felt like all the fights leading up to Midoriya going out there and then having and fight, like the Midoriya Shinso fight, fantastic. But all the fights leading up to that, I did not care. It was just me trying to watch them to get to later fights.
I can feel that. I remember for that one, a lot of people ended up being mad because in the season prior, Kirishima had his really big moment, and then in this one, they pretty much let him get captured immediately, and everyone's mad, like, oh, how the hell does this happen, this is that, and in my head, I'm like, it makes a lot of sense, because they didn't try to fight him up close, they used the strategy just to immediately grab him and dump him out, so I don't know. It was kind of a thing where you sit there like, Class B, none of them are all that interesting, and even then, you never mentally knew. You knew some sort of from the start they weren't gonna get over Class 1A.
Like, hell, they have Kirishima in B, just metal version of him, Tetsu, which fuck the creator of MHA for naming that man Tetsu. That is legitimately his full fucking name.
he couldn't give a shit enough to give
He couldn't have just been Tetsu. No, he had to be Tetsu. Like first and last name, two Tetsus. My hero like has really good moments, and then there are other moments that are just like frustrating to get through, either because it's a training arc and I do like nothing is happening in the training arc. It is a nothing burger of a training arc until something happens to Midoriya at the very end of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Or you're like watching a really good fight and then something weird happens.
Away.
Honestly, my favorite part of My Hero that I ever watched was when Tokoyami went into Fat Gum's stomach and was just riding in there. That was my favorite part. But you had to get through like
hilarious.
5.5 seasons to get there.
Okay, so first question for Kai. If you could be dropped into an anime world/timeline, which anime would you want to be in? Assuming it's peacetime or you have the skills to survive.
No.
I want to jump into the world of Toriko. Oh wait, Zilla, you didn't even answer?
Yeah, I didn't answer the last one.
Okay.
Which was the last one?
Is there an anime character?
Or Mr. Mark or the Opportunity. And for me, one is Dorohedoro. And I don't think it was so much the anime or any character in the anime that missed the mark. I think it was the studio itself in the release window, because it was released in January 2020 and ran through March. And so it was eclipsed by COVID. So it didn't drum up hype. People didn't watch it. There was so much going on that it... And I think it missed the mark in terms of the studio should have kind of pushed it back. Should have pushed it back just a little bit, because you had so much going on that there was no hype for it.
What was this anime about? I legit trying to...
It was a dark fantasy action anime.
I will find a synopsis for you. Amnesiac Kaiman seeks to undo his lizard head curse by killing the sorcerer responsible with his friend Nikaido's help.
Okay.
Big lizard man.
Yeah.
Interesting. Actually, I feel like... I don't know. Attack on Titan sort of feels like one now that I look back on it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
They went from high octane season 1 to season 2 being like politics and world building.
That, and I don't know. I guess the whole story of freedom with Eren just felt weird, especially when they introduced the whole aspect of, each Titan user can sort of see into a little into the past, or I think Eren's Titan.
No, that's only Eren's Titan.
Past or future, and then I don't know. It felt like it went from like it had a set story to the author didn't like the set story, started changing it midway, and it felt very disjointed.
Yeah, Attack on Titan did take a weird turn. I don't necessarily like the ending because the ending of Attack on Titan seemed like they were very much trying to go for a Lelouch and Code Geass situation, but they just couldn't pull it off nearly as well, and it kind of fell flat.
Yeah, because Lelouch at least made it. He played the villain properly to the end. I don't know, Eren just felt so damn confused all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't tell where his objectives were anymore. Even if you, like, explained it to me, I'd just sort of sit there scratching my head.
Yeah.
But if you could be dropped into an anime world / timeline, which anime would you want to be in, assuming it is peacetime or you have the skills to survive? Zilo, you go first since you went last.
All right. The world of In Another World with my smartphone. That world. I thought about this. That world is like, I don't know what it is. Like, out of all the different fantasy realms, that one just seems like the best to be in.
Fair.
All right.
I mean, I don't.
Draco?
Like I said, I can't tell you why, but when I'm thinking of a world I want to be in, that's the world I think of.
If I had the skills to survive, as if I would do the world of Toriko. So, long and short, the world of Toriko is basically, it is a world where it is pretty much governed by food, by delicious food. There are a bunch of unique monsters and food type fusions, and there are these people called Bishokuyas, or like gourmet hunters. They go out to these big ass adventures to find really rare ingredients or tasty ingredients, and most of those hunters goal is a full course menu of all the stuff that sort of represents who they are. It is fucking amazing. They have really cool fights. The food in there always looks delicious, and I just think it would be awesome to be in that kind of world.
It's nice. Nixie?
Oh, so my first thought was fruits basket, assuming I was allowed to know about the Zodiac and the Soma family. I would want to hug Momo all day and then just pet his little rabbit form. Also, Haru and his cow. I would be hugging all of the boys in the Zodiac to have just some animal snuggles. Outside of that, I don't really like my options of the animes I've seen. Even if I have the skills to survive, it's just real depressing in all of them. So
Oh no.
maybe Naruto, because it's the least depressing world overall. Cause I was like,
going off depression, I would have gone into Akame ga Kill.
well, because I was like, ooh, I love Witch from Mercury, but that's a Gundam, so that's always really depressing.
Okay, but Nixie, what about One Piece?
Remember, Nova? Kai said you can't pick one.
I can't choose it, but
Nixie's goal of the moment.
We're gonna add to this. You can't coerce other people to choose One Piece.
You know what? No.
Zoro immediately.
To be fair, Nova has a good point, and One Piece actually probably is less depressing of a world than Naruto is, if only because you do have the option of
surface.
Like on the surface. Well,
on the surface.
Of what I've seen so far, okay.
Oh boy, I can't wait till we get to Ennie's lobby.
Maybe on the.
Gosh, don't ruin the illusion before Oda wants to break it for her, okay? Just
Actually,
let her
no.
live in the happy for now.
You know what? No, I do choose One Piece so I can go beat up that bitch Bon Clay.
Leave my boy alone.
No, because it says as soon as I have the skills to survive. So fuck him. He's dead. It is queer on queer crime.
God.
Okay, Nova, your turn.
My turn, and I can't choose One Piece. Fuck. Because Kai knew that was my answer.
You seem like a Digimon kind of kid, Nova. Were you a Digimon kid?
I was not a Digimon kid, nor was I a Pokemon
Damn.
kid.
Leaves Byakugan.
Byakugan, actually, yes.
I knew it!
For some reason, Byakugan made it into my household. Pokemon didn't, Digimon didn't, Byakugan on the other hand.
Be Byakugan or Beyblade.
Oh my god, what world would I want to be?
Beyblade truly was that serious.
It's making a comeback.
I like everyone's reaction to Beyblade, and they're like, why the hell are these spinning tops so dangerous? They don't know. They don't remember about Moses parting the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
God, I had one earlier, but then I lost it. Fuck. Naruto's a cool world and all, but no.
Bleach.
No, not Bleach. Fuck that. I'm not a very big Bleach fan, by the way. I don't really like Bleach. Frieren? Maybe? Slime? I could see myself living in the world of slime, especially if I'm like one of those like reincarnated heroes kind of thing. I'd be down.
Even if I was a regular civilian in slime, I'd live in Rimru's fucking city.
Fuck
It's
yes.
lit.
They have ramen. I'm living there.
Hell yeah.
But
Rimru's bringing all the cool stuff.
slime, yes, that's a strong positive. The world of Frieren, another strong positive. I would like to be an adventurer. But yeah, those are my choices if I'm not allowed to choose One Piece.
Okay, if you could own a garment, weapon, accessory from an anime, what would you wish to own?
All right, who wants to start this one?
Ooh. I gotta think about this.
Yeah, that one's a thinker, because like you have a lot of anime out there where like the protagonist is like the hero and all of that stuff, but in my opinion, there's very little anime where a singular item is a catalyst for anything.
I've got two.
I mean,
If you have
You
an
go
answer,
first.
Zelo, then you go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have two, both from the same anime. One would either be the Robe of the Fire Rat from Inuyasha,
Yeah.
or Inuyasha's Tenseiga.
Okay. I think. So I would want Sesshomaru's sword, which protects humans and can bring people back from the dead. Because I feel like that would be fun to fuck around with. And then I also thought about like Sailor Moon. They all have their
Oh yeah.
their makeup pens that allow them to transform. So I was like, ooh, one of those would be really fun. So I like also just like being able to just like transform into a cute little sailor outfit, just for funsies. I think yeah, between those two.
Am I allowed to say Luffy's straw hat?
I mean, it didn't restrict anything for you, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yes! No, that's
Okay.
a cop-out answer for me. That's such a cop.
I know what Nova
If I
wants.
was
She
picking
wants
something-
Buggy's dick, the detachable penis. Just pop it off, run away. Oh, goodness gracious! Stop.
I have field.
So Shishomaru's sword was the Tenseiga. The Inuyasha's sword is the Tenseiga. Just throwing that out there.
Is
Alright.
Zelo putting on his actually?
Well, I didn't say actually. You're saying I think we both had the same answer for that.
What's my non-cop-out answer? Garment, weapon, accessory.
Give me.
Excuse you.
Half and I both ate a doggy treat. It's fine. No barks.
If I had to pick one that was more for combat, I think I would go for Incursio from Akame ga Kill. If I wanted one for some BS, for like just my bullshit, just to fix my bullshit luck in card games, I'd fucking get the Millennium Puzzle.
Let's go.
That's legit. Those are the two routes I'd run. Cause my luck in card games is god awful, man. So what's the next one after that? Or Nova, do you know another one that isn't your cop out?
I had one. I lost it. I'm trying to get it back.
You want to circle back to it in a minute?
Yeah, circle back to it.
Okay.
All right. So the next question. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, next question is, what is an anime character you would like to interview, a character you would want to make your BFF, and a character you would romance? Does anybody have their pick?
Alright, so
Can
if
I-
I'm romancing anyone, it's Yoruichi from Bleach. Judge me all you want. I gotta stand tall and proud with that. If I want to interview anybody, it would be All Might, because that man is a level 10 tweaker. And I would just need inspiration to learn how to fucking lose my brain like that when it comes down to reaching your goal. Because that recent episode of the My Hero Academia anime, he truly showed how insane he is.
Yes, Van, you're good to come back. Also, I thought about my item.
All right.
Go for it.
Give me the note.
Oh, Nova.
Ooh.
That
What'd
got
you say?
marked fast.
Wait, which one did she say?
She said
cut
Death
out-
Note.
Death Note.
I mean, are you going for just the notebook or for everything like the eye? You want the eyes as well?
No.
You want the full
I
package
said
or
what
just
I
the
said.
book?
Give me the death note.
Okay. I know she's taking out Elon Musk first, so.
I got some names, yo.
I just would love to see the type of rampage Nova would go on. Now for best friend, who would I want as a best of friendo? It's either Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen or Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are real ride or dies.
And yeah, Van, you are good to come back. Right now, we're basically just taking audience questions and having discussions. I've been an MVP and supplying all of the questions.
Content.
Content.
Nova, do either of you have your character picks?
Oh, the romance is the one that's throwing me off. Now, if it was, who do I want to beat the shit out of? I got an idea.
I mean, there's a fine
so-
line between love and hate, really. So,
Interview. What character would I want to interview? I'm trying to think of some characters that have like seen some shit, like
Shinji
somebody you would just
from
want to pick their
Gundam?
brain apart.
So someone like Shinji from Evangelion?
Yeah. You know what? Ooh.
Edward Elwood.
I gotta make sure I get his name. Yes. Lelouch. That's who I want to interview.
Yeah, actually, that was gonna be
What
my
was
answer
like?
too.
Yeah. Everything that he did, everything he went through, including like the resurrection, like that man's got stories, and I want to hear them.
If I could switch mine out, it'd be also Guts from Berserk, dude. Imagine trying to pick the brain of that man.
okay, I just figured out who I want to interview. I want to interview Dio.
Yo.
Trying to find out why he was such a hater.
No, I know why he's a hater. I want to talk about other shit.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I would want to interview Lelouch. A character I would want as my BFF would probably be okay, I need to stop thinking of answers that aren't One Piece because that's too easy. Literally every time. Okay, so I'm interviewing Lelouch. I would love to have. Fuck, why do I keep losing my answers like this? Somebody else talk.
Dila, who would you want to be your BFF?
Bond
Who's your
from
rider?
Seven Deadly Sins.
I think I want to have Itadori as my best friend.
Just purely based on his friendship with Meliodas, I want that dude as my best friend.
No, that's fair. A good friendship in anime should equate to a good BFF if they were real.
True.
I mean, I want to be. I want to be so.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm changing my answer. I actually want Nosuke as my BFF from Demon Slayer. I love that crackhead man.
Yeah.
Certified crackhead.
I want the scary dog privileges that come with him.
You know what?
We
I
can't
would
crack
love
that
to have
energy
Rimuru as my BFF. Rimuru seems like a really chill dude and an awesome friend to have.
If I switch from someone that is a ride or die and just a random character, I feel like Ainz from Overlord would be like a good best friend, just because that poor man, he tries so hard to be a good ruler, yet half of the time he's also just like, I have no fucking idea what's going on. I gotta be careful with what I say or they're gonna go on and destroy a country next. That man needs just a friend that he can chill with.
Now, who do you want to romance?
I want to hear your answer for this, Nixie. Who are you romancing?
Sashomaru, easy. I am a Sashomaru simp. I've been about it since day one.
Let's go.
Look, he's missing a hand, so I need to lend him mine, particularly on his dick, and, you know.
See, Van just got back.
Sorry, Van.
Bye, man.
Oh, God.
I can't help it. I'm a degenerate.
A degenerate with morals, so that's been my tagline for forever now. A degenerate with morals.
As I like to say, I'm say-sisn't.
Say-sisn't.
I'm not explicitly lewd, but I am going to talk about the penises.
Still gotta draw up all that Jimbei art next.
Yeah. and then when I'm done with the all the characters in One Piece that deserve to have accurate drawings of their penises, their peni, then I will get to work on Sashomaru.
Zilo, who are you romancing?
Revi from Black Lagoon. She's a complete fucking badass, and I love that about her.
Respect.
Nova?
Oh, I'm
I like
deciding.
Balalaika would have been one for you, Zila. I don't know why.
So
It might have been, but as soon as I saw that romance, I knew where I was going with that one.
Who's your number one husbando/waifu?
Who is my number one husbando/waifu? It's one of my cop-out answers, but it's honest to God, genuinely my answer. It's Sanji. I would romance the fuck out of Sanji. He is the perfect gentleman. He can cook. He's got he puts Shakespeare to shame when it comes to romance, okay? Like, I am taking the cop-out answer for this. It is Sanji.
Alright, I'm not
All good. Alright. Which anime would you say has the best friend group? Just melts your heart and awe at their dynamic.
Okay, everybody, all together on 3.
1, 2, 3, Straw Hats.
JJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't say it all at once. I mean, come on. I have said it during our episodes, but that scene with Nami and Luffy signifies why they are the best friend group. Oh, that signifies
Nami,
how much
Luffy.
they have each other's back, how much they love each other, how much they are there for each other. That is
how much they
I
trust each other.
Yes. I don't think you get any closer in any anime I've ever seen. You never get a group that is closer than that.
That feel when you're the odd man out.
Nami, Luffy. There's the Luffy to Robin. Frickin' Zoro pledging his to not be defeated to Luffy. Sanji's asking for Luffy help on Whole Cake. Just Luffy.
So I'm going in a different direction in that I think the Sailor Scouts, the inner Senshi, not the outer, the inner ones, so the main Sailor Scouts that fight alongside Sailor Moon, I think they have a pretty solid friend group. Like, they rag on each other, but it all generally comes from, like, a loving place, and I also think, like, first off, that is, I think, 6 women all together, like, that is hard to get 6 women all on the same page for some shit. But I also think, like, it's really good because it's, like, they all have their different strengths and balances, and I also, like, they all, so, I guess this is spoilers if you haven't watched Sailor Moon, but at the end of season 1, I believe, like, the OG anime, all of the Sailor Scouts die so that Sailor Moon can inherit their powers to kill, like, the big bad, and then Sailor Moon herself resets time, and then doesn't let any of the other Sailor Scouts, like, have memories of themselves dying or even being Sailor Scouts because she wanted to protect them, and then, like, it's this whole thing, but I think, like, they have a really wholesome, friendship that, like, I don't know if I necessarily go all the time with their dynamics, but, like, I enjoy it a lot.
That's a really good pick.
That is a really good pick.
Thank you. Especially as someone who's only seen season 1 of One Piece as a movie, and then the Alabasta arc. Like, I only know so much of the Straw Hats. I haven't seen a lot of their day-to-day interactions. I can see where you guys are coming from, just haven't gotten there yet.
No, that's fair. Another one that I think that gets me to go a lot is Kotaro Lives Alone. Have any of you guys seen that one?
Oh, I haven't.
I saw some clips of it, but I never finished. I never got into, like, full-blown watching it.
Kotaro Lives Alone is so fucking cute. A quick synopsis. It's an anime about a little, like, 7-year-old boy lives on his own, and he lives in this apartment complex surrounded by, like, good-hearted adults that basically take it upon themselves to take care of this kid, and he's so mature and he's so sweet, and it's all of it is just so precious. Their interactions with him, how they, like, kind of become almost like this little pseudo family in a way, like, it all becomes so adorable. And I cried so much, and I said aw so much at their dynamics. It is, honest to God, one of my top 10 animes. It is a really good one. I highly recommend everyone to watch.
Damn it, I had another one, and now my brain sort of farted out.
Oof.
Because I know there's one where babysitter, like the Yakuza babysitter anime, that one was a nice wholesome one where a member of the Yakuza group had to babysit, like, the daughter of the leader of the group, and everybody is always showing them a lot of support. And it's just very wholesome. But I felt like there was another one that...
Was that one, the, like, the princess and her dog or something like that?
No. There was a different one. But my brain is not braining.
No more thunk.
Yeah.
I don't like this next question that Kai asked.
Oh, the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Yeah. Okay. I know there was another one that was a romance anime. That's why I was kind of confused.
What did Kai ask this time?
Who are top 3 favorite villains in anime, and has there ever been a villain you rooted for? And I'm not allowed to say Shomer. To be fair, he's not a villain. He's just, like, he's not a main villain, I should say. He's also, I wouldn't say he's an anti-hero, but, like, he is not the #1 enemy of Inuyasha after a certain point.
He's not a villain, he's an antagonist.
He's what is it? Deer antagonist? Is that what they're called?
Me?
I have no clue, actually.
But now I have to think, so let me stew for a minute.
So, top 3 villains of anime. I can say Aizen from Bleach is one. I can... Of true villain, like I've seen a bunch of animes with some... They probably had some solid villains, but now it really is.
My favorite villain in anime of all time has to be Doflamingo. He is the best villain. Hands down.
It's hard not to just lean onto the One Piece ones because they have so many.
Out of all of them, honestly, Doflamingo, best one. And I only say Doflamingo because genuinely speaking, the way that his character is constructed, the circumstances around him, the fact that he is not, like, you can understand his motivations, but they are not sympathetic in the least bit. At least not from my point of view. They're sympathetic for Corazon, but that's Corazon. Doflamingo is just overall a extraordinarily well-written villain and just the best villain ever.
That and he's not sorry at the end, even after he got beat and everything. He's the kind of guy that'd be like, yeah, I did it and I'd do it again if I had the chance.
And I'm gonna figure out a way to do it again.
Yeah, so yeah, I can throw Dofi up there within my top 3. Who's the fucking third though? So I'm not trying to just stick to make it all One Piece either.
No, I wouldn't put One Piece villains on this list. Just Dofi.
I feel like Frieza from Dragon Ball should be up there, but he's not my top 3. That's the issue, like, especially because he's just been brought back so many times I've gotten tired of him. So, damn, who is a villain that I would say is top 3?
I don't know that I have 3.
So I have my top 3. I don't know if I really have rooted for a villain. Maybe I've rooted for Sukuna a little bit in just like the hopes that he becomes good. But I don't read the JJK manga. My boyfriend does, and so he has told me the things that happen. So whatever little support I had for Sukuna is dead. But if I had to like rank top 3, I think at 3 is Crocodile. I did really like him as a villain. 2 would be All for One from My Hero, because I do think he has like his whole backstory and kind of like mindset I think is really interesting, and how he goes about like playing chess. And then this is from a Chinese anime called The Grandmaster of Diabolism / Demonic Cultivation, which is fantastic. But there's like I don't want to say too much because I might suggest this as a watch and I don't want to spoil it. But I think the main villain in that, who it ends up being in a specific clan, is really interesting, because it's really hard to uncover them as the villain. And I also am blanking on their names. That's another reason why I can't say who, but because I tried to look it up and I'm not getting straightforward answers. But I think those are my top 3. As far as rooting for a villain, I tend not to. I don't know. Maybe
I'm trying. Like, I not only have to. For me, a villain just can't just be a type of paper like mache. It's like it feels too easy to hate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking hell. Maybe Esdeath from Akame got killed, but I don't know. She could be like the placeholder. I would have to legit pick my own brain to go deep into how many anime I've watched to try and find a villain.
How do we want to categorize villain? Because I have an interesting idea, at least.
You know what? I got one.
I think
the Major from Hellsing.
I think we can categorize villain as either a antagonist in a series or like a main antagonist.
Because, like, what I'm thinking of is... Have any of you seen Psycho-Pass?
No.
No? Okay. Quick synopsis. Well, let me see if I can pull it up.
Is that the one where they use pistols to like decide how evil a person is?
Justice and the enforcement of it has changed. In the 22nd century, Japan enforces the Sybil system, an objective means of determining the threat level of each citizen by examining their mental state for signs of criminal intent, known as their Psycho-Pass. Inspectors uphold the law by subjugating, often with lethal force, anyone harboring the slightest ill will. Alongside them are enforcers, jaded inspectors that have become latent criminals, granted relative freedom in exchange for carrying out the inspector's dirty work. Into this world steps Akane Tsunemori, a young woman with an honest desire to uphold justice. However, as she works alongside veteran enforcer Shinya, that person's name, she learns that the Sybil system's judgments are not as perfect as her fellow inspectors assume. With everything she has known to be turned on its head, Akane wrestles with the question of what justice truly is and whether it can be upheld through the use of a system that can be made corrupt. And in my mind, with having watched it all the way through, I would almost paint the Sybil system as the villain or antagonist of that story.
Okay.
I could see that.
But the thing is that it's a system, it's not a person. And I'm not gonna say much more than that because it will spoil the anime if you do decide that you want to watch it, but it's a system. Do we want to count that as a villain?
We can count that as a villain.
I could.
I think it absolutely should count as a villain.
Okay, cool. Then that's my second option.
Okay. I think I have 3.
I said the Major from Hellsing just because he also has that. He knew what he was doing was not the right thing. He stuck to it to the end. He had his convictions, and he was just like such an interesting character. Now go for it, Zelo.
All right. I will say, Esdeath from Akame ga Kill. Manipulative, very good at what she does. Sadistic, twisted. And just to preface this, I don't know that they're my favorite, but I think they're the 3 that are good villains. Like they hit the mark on the head with how these villains had to be for this story.
Okay.
My second one would be Isabella from Promised Neverland. For anyone who doesn't know or has steered away from watching Promise Never of watching the children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's very good at keeping them in line, letting them know what keeping them from understanding what their fate is, keeping them from escaping. Like, she's very good at doing what she needs to do. She has a reason she does what she does, but she is a good villain in the sense that she does that job well. And then my final one will be Naraku from Inuyasha, because he was literally able to manipulate both Kikyo and Inuyasha against each other in the beginning, and just so many times showed that he can do what it takes to accomplish his goals. He'd go out, he was merciless, he would do whatever it took for him to do what he needed to do. So,
right.
Those are my three.
I think those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good. I, honest to God, can't think of a third, nor can I think of a villain that I've ever rooted for.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever rooted for any of the villains.
I genuinely think the only villain I ever rooted for was Kylo Ren in Star Wars. So, not anime, but nerdy in general. I don't know.
That still works. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a anime where I saw the villain and I sort of understood why they were the way they were.
You know what?
Sort of made me root for them.
You know what? Rethinking that a little bit, there is a villain, or an antagonist or whatever from Black Clover. His name is Mars. And you know what? I root for Mars. Mars deserves a win.
That works.
Maybe I've rooted for teams in Haikyuu, if they count as villains.
Nah, those are all more rivalries in the end.
Yeah, so well, we have 2 questions that Kai's asked in 8 minutes till we've hit 2 hours. Do we want to do both, or do we want to just pick one and end with that question?
Does anyone have, like, off the top of their head, any anime that you think would go into a starter pack?
Well, the thing is with anime starter packs is that you have to cultivate them to the person, because there is an anime for everyone. There is an anime starter pack for everyone, and not everyone's anime starter pack will ever look the same kind of thing. So yeah, it really depends on the person that you're trying to get into anime.
That's a good
If I had to be basic, like if I had to do something that covers as much ground as possible, shit, I feel like season 1 of SAO was enough. Might get people hooked into an anime. Something like Fairy Tail might, if for like action adventures. Overlord would also be a decent one for more isekai styles, because it's honestly one of the few well done ones. If you're going into fantasies, I don't know. There's just way too much.
Like, if I were to put together like the most generic anime starter pack, I would throw in Naruto in there, like without the filler, because that's a classic anime. So that's a classic like shonen battle anime. Then for like a non-battle anime, I would put in Death Note in there. That's another classic. For a romance, I would put in slice of life romance. I'd put in either quintessential quintuplets or Toradora.
I can see that.
For a horror anime, like proper horror, I would either put in Future Diary or season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. And for general fantasy anime, I would put in Frieren.
That could work.
I would say the only thing I would probably differentiate from Nova on is romance. I think I would probably recommend Fruits Basket.
Oh yeah.
Just because, like, the romance plot in it is so strong, and a little less harem-y, I guess. A lot of romance anime I feel like can become...
It leans too hard into, like, the harem, who they gonna pick type thing.
Yeah,
True.
in Fruits Basket, there is a who are you gonna pick, but it's mainly between the two characters, and you kind of know who Toru is gonna pick pretty early on.
Yeah.
It's just kind of how are you getting there?
We're on
If I
High
wanted
School
to
Host
pick one
Club.
to make people cry, I would give them July and April.
That's sadistic, Draco. That's absolutely a sadistic answer.
But I feel like if you can touch those 5 categories, then whomever you're introducing to anime has a pretty good grasp on what anime can be, and then from there they can just dive into all of the different subsections. Because slice of life, you can literally throw on like basically anything in there, and then they can go into sports anime or like other kind of slice of life anime. And then you've got fantasy, then you can go into isekai and like all of that other kind of stuff. Then you got your shonen, your seinen, your shoujo. So just being able to touch on those first 5 categories will give the person that you're trying to convince a good basis to like build upon, and then from there they can decide their own journey. I would still recommend tailoring those 5 different categories, like the animes that you're gonna pick and choose in those 5 different categories, tailor them to the person still, but that's what you gotta touch on first. And never, ever, ever start someone off their anime journey with One Piece. Do not do it. That is not a good first anime.
That is very much a veteran's anime.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was another one for romance, but now, like, I forgot what the fuck its name was. I know its main character, his name was Takeru. Dude is a fucking giant. And everyone around him.
What was it? My Love Story?
I believe it's something like that, yes.
Yeah.
Right, like he's a really big dude and then like a really popular pretty girl, like...
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
My Love Story.
Alright,
But, okay,
one
so
more,
that...
just building off of what Nova said, one that I would throw into a starter pack is Yona of the Dawn. I think it has a lot of elements of different anime, and people could really choose like what works for them just watching that one anime, and then they can go down a rabbit hole themselves based on what they like from that anime.
That shit hasn't continued.
I know. I love that anime so much.
I will say, if as a side note, if this is somebody who's more into queer literature and so are looking more for queer anime while they're few and far in between, I would recommend. Oh my god, now I'm blanking. I had it in my head. Yuri on Ice is fine, but it's not actually my favorite one. Hold on, I gotta pull up Crunchyroll because I have it in my list. Because I'm thinking of a name and I know that's not the right name. It's like another in-universe thing. Oh my gosh, I feel silly. I feel silly bringing it up only to forget it right away. Oh my gosh, stop with the pop-ups. I'm suffering from success.
Why not pick One Piece as a starter? It is long. 2, the animation, because of how long it's been around, the starting animation is not for everybody. Obviously, you could sort of get around this with the fact that they've done
There's the studio
reanimations
and all
of it
that
with
stuff.
Yeah, with specials, but it is just one where people, when you're trying to get people to start, they'll probably accidentally binge a lot of the animes you're recommending. One Piece is not something you can binge. It is one that you have to really pace yourself.
And in my opinion, telling somebody to watch One Piece as their first anime is like asking somebody to read the Iliad as their first novel. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's a great comparison.
If I was gonna ever recommend One Piece, I would just have to recommend the manga because it is easier to digest it while reading it compared to the anime. And even then, I would tell them, take breaks, don't force yourself if you feel tired of what you're reading.
Dude, I saw the most recent animation and I was hella confused coming from just finished Skypiea. Oh no.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why I say it's been around so long that you'll have those moments of whiplash. But what was the second question? We can do that, and then hit out a raid. Is it
the food one was the other one.
Is there any anime food you wish to try in real life?
Yes.
Do you want to do the food one, or do you want to do the how did we all get into anime?
Before we do, I fucking found the name. Sekaiichi Hatsukoi. World's Greatest First Love. That is a really good gay romance anime.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I think is the one I'm thinking of. I might be thinking of a different one. I don't know. I'm struggling.
Right.
Let's do the how did you all get into?
Yeah,
Because I know
like that
Nixie and Nova weren't here. We kind of talked about it in our very first episode when it was just me, Draco, and Dez. So let's get your guys' input on this. And then Draco and I will also reiterate how we got into it.
Nova, you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first. How did I get into anime? Originally, the first anime I ever saw was when I was pretty young, like just barely double digits, and it was Sailor Moon. I would go over to this friend's house like almost every weekend, and we would watch Sailor Moon on Saturdays. But after that, and after that friendship had ended, I had drifted away from anime a little bit for a while, until high school came around. No, not even high school, like 8th grade, and I watched Inuyasha. I found it online and I started watching that, and it reawakened my passion for anime. So like, nobody had introduced me to it. Nobody had like nudged me in that necessary direction. It's just Sailor Moon was a thing that was playing on Saturday morning cartoons in my area during that period of time in my life. And the internet introduced me to Inuyasha, and I was starting to develop a touch of depression during that period of time in my life, and anime and Inuyasha and getting lost into this world, this fantasy, really brought me a lot of comfort during that period of time. So after Inuyasha, I watched Death Note, and after Death Note, I think I watched Tokyo Ghoul, and then after Tokyo Ghoul, it just kind of went all. The rest is history from there, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's better than mine. I guess I was primed to enjoy anime in like what I watched, like Winx Club is very anime inspired, and then I used to wake up and I was in elementary school, like 3rd through 5th grade, and watch Inuyasha as it was airing at like 5 a.m. As they were finishing out, was it Toonami on Cartoon Network / Adult Swim? So it would always be like the last hour of Toonami was Inuyasha. So I started watching that, didn't know what anime was. I got to middle school, and I'm a nerdy person, so I befriended some of the other nerdy, awkward folks, and a lot of them like talked about anime, and so I finally watched and started reading Naruto, and then from there I tried a bunch of different ones. I tried Bleach, Shaman King, and Fairy Tail, did not like them, so like I stuck with Naruto for most of the way, and then I watched a lot of other anime, and then I actually fell out of love with anime in high school. My sophomore year of high school, I became president of Anime Club, which
Nice.
really killed my love of anime.
Oh no.
I had a lot of, and this is why I have beef with Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball in general, is that I had a lot of boys there, and also it was like, the club was actually split like 50-50 between male presenting people and female presenting people, so I like did my best to balance it between like shonen while still having some romance stuff thrown in, right? Just kind of spread across the various genres, and I still had like 5 boys that would ask every week if we could watch Dragon Ball, or specifically Dragon Ball Z. And the point of our like anime club specifically was to watch either newer anime or less well known. So, but like that also meant I had to like binge anime outside of doing my schoolwork and stuff. So it becomes like really taxing when you're trying to watch a bunch of different anime to make sure you can show it in school. So I fell out of love with anime, and it wasn't till I got to college and I met Rue, and we actually went to our first anime convention together, dressed as Princess Bubblegum and Marceline from Adventure Time. And then I was when I kind of like got the spark back to go back and start watching anime, and then I think I'm happily now staying in love with anime. But it was kind of a rocky introduction, if I'm being honest, and then rocky relationship until like I was in my 20s. So.
And then you joined an anime podcast where you have to binge anime while going to work.
Okay, but like, I don't have homework anymore, so like, that's a big difference. Cause I keep in mind, in high school I was on my school's varsity cheer team and varsity track team. So fall and spring I was always super busy, and then I also did travel cheerleading competitions. So, like, I did not have time to binge anime. Somehow made it, like, my sleep schedule was horrendous in high school. It's not a surprise I got diagnosed with depression in my 20s. Off of my sleep schedule alone. And then finding out my insomnia gets really bad, my depression gets bad. I was like, oh, that tracks. The times in my life where I did not get sleep and felt my lowest, so... anime was not a comfort for those for a little bit, but now it is. Angel Beats is my comfort anime, which sounds weird, but you live and you learn, and
yeah.
I watched a lot of anime based off of internet recommendations early on, too. Don't do that. That's how you watch High School of the Dead at, like, 12 years old.
Dear God.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But I didn't know any better. I went onto my anime list and was like, this is top rated. So... Get recommendations from friends is like, know your friends when you recommend stuff. That is the moral of the story.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Alright.
Alright, you wanna go first?
I got into anime. Yeah, I'll go first. So, growing up, I played football and basketball. And so I never had a friend group that was anime based. Because back then, you know, you had the nerds, all that. I used to wake up early, and my aunt was a teacher at an elementary school that was beside my middle school. So in middle school, I would get up early, I would go to her house, and I ended up happening upon Inuyasha on Toonami. And I started watching it, and when I was getting into it, it was showing the later episodes. And so that summer break, I went to my library and I found the complete box set of Inuyasha. And that whole summer I spent watching Inuyasha and just kind of hanging out. And that was what I did. Outside of sports, I would go home, I would put the next DVD on, I would watch the next couple of episodes. And that's where my love for anime came, was those early mornings when I had to go to my aunt's house and I had like 2 hours until I had to leave for school. They would be showing those Inuyasha episodes. And then that after I got into Inuyasha, I had one friend that I made in 8th grade, and she was into Sailor Moon, so I gave Sailor Moon a shot, and then it just kind of spiraled from there. After I watched Sailor Moon, I got into Naruto. My uncles were always big Dragon Ball fans, so I got into Dragon Ball a little bit, and yeah, that's sort of how my start got. My anime adventure started.
I'm pretty sure mine started with Pokemon before I really knew what anime was. Then I don't remember when it was where I started to search for like shows. I think it was roughly around actually 13 where I really dipped into anime. When I was out in Mexico for a few years, I think I started watching stuff like Fairy Tail. Then I got into Bleach. Then I watched the originals, not the original Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Z. And then from there, it spiraled, and I fell into the rabbit hole. Remember Digimon? I only remember Digimon for the movies, even though I'd catch it from time to time too. But I never watched like the full-blown show.
I was about to say, I don't know that I ever like sat down and watched Digimon, and I still remember the song.
That shit was catchy. Digimon,
digital monsters.
Digimon are the champions. They were smart on that one, at least. I'll give them that. Because I know the Digimon movies are fresh in my brain, and the first Pokemon movies, the one with Mewtwo, and then the Pokemon 2000 with like Lugia and the 3 legendary birds. Those are fresh in my brain.
Thanks for answering my questions, and thanks for stream. No problem, Kai. We are here every Sunday.
Thank you for asking questions.
Yeah, because we didn't know what the goal was instead. So this is the end of the stream. And how are we gonna do this then? We're still gonna go on to your topic then, Zelo?
Yeah, I'd say we keep, because that it was decided that my stream would be our Halloween special.
Yes.
So I say we keep that and push Dez's back to the week after, unless anyone has any objections.
I don't have any objections.
I'm good with that.
Good to me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this later though, because I might forget shit.
Hell yeah. Everyone remember homework?
Which one's yours called? Because what is your called? I pinned them all to our pinned messages. So Theater.
It's called
of
Darkness. The Theater of Darkness on Crunchyroll. And like I said, it's like 13 episodes. Each episode is only like 4 minutes long. You don't have to watch them all if you don't want to. Pick a couple and talk about them.
Okay.
Me, I'm really into like the Japanese ghost stories because I'm a big horror fan. So I'm probably going to do extra research on some. By horror brain a little bit. But yeah. Real nice. Just kind of short homework. Shouldn't take too long at all. And it'll just make for a nice little Halloween special.
Heck yeah.
Well,
thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody for showing out. You can follow each of us individually. We got at Nixie Royd, our beautiful sea dragoness. We've got at Zelo_Wolf, our awesome. It's not Fox, it's Wolf.
Is he a demon wolf boy? I forget. I know he's also a pirate.
Our awesome pirate dude right there. He's in the pirate hat. And
I'm a pirate wolf. It's in my name.
It is.
But are you a demon wolf or are you a regular wolf?
I'm a yokai wolf.
Forgetting. There you go.
And then we've got Draco Storm at the end here, and of course myself at Mama Nova VT everywhere on the internet. That's basically where you can find all of us all over the internet at our usernames here. Stick around for the raid because we will be raiding out to somebody. And yeah, thank you for showing up.
Person I followed through this account, they're Lunafe. They're currently playing Escape the Backrooms. Y'all cool with that?
Yep.
Heck yeah.
All right. So,
Go watch some spooky gameplay.
yep. Thank you all so very much for stopping on by and watching us. We appreciate it. As always, we have streams on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. You can catch those around the same time, around 4:30 CST to 5:30 EST. And other than that, thank you all so very much. We also have the Blue Sky account for Project UwU. It should just be Project UwU VT to find us. But other than that, stay safe, stay weird. May the power of UwU protect you. Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Right now.
Get to copy the message.